Good morning, everybody. This is Mike once again. Welcome to ABC123Trader, and we'll be starting the next couple minutes, and we'll see exactly what we see in the markets. So basically, on the risk disclaimer, which I have to do every morning, is basically says all forms of trading carry high levels of risk, so you should not only speculate with money you can afford to lose. You can lose more than your initial deposit and stake. Please ensure your chosen method matches your investment objectives. Familiarize yourself with risk involved, and if necessary, seek independent advice. And then you can go to the risk disclaimer of the U.S. government required Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Trading financial instruments of any kind, including options, futures, securities, have large potential rewards, but also large potential loss. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the options, futures, and stock markets. Do not trade money you cannot afford. Okay, that's the U.S. required disclaimer. Anyways, we'll get going on. We'll get started up on here. And let's see if there's any opportunities for today. Well, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody had a good day yesterday. And we'll start taking a look at the markets. We'll look at what happened yesterday, which was a crazy volatile day. And we'll look at the news. We'll look at the catalyst. We're wrapping up. So what I usually say is when we're in the last 2 days, you trade with caution, because they're trying to set up for their buy phase. So with that being said, let's start taking a look at the markets. I'm sorry, I'm just setting up the speech chat here so I can hear you guys. And we'll start looking at the news, first and foremost. And what we'll do today, I need to get some wisdom from you guys. Oh, not speech chat, sorry guys. Sorry, CNBC. Let's see what they're saying here. Actually, it actually reversed on it. This was green earlier today, early in the morning. So we have everything that's just a little bit down again. Let's see what they're doing. Good morning, Isham. Nasdaq tries to break losing streak. So there's nothing really. Some bounce backs. So basically morning, there's nothing really that's super scary or super exciting. And then we'll go Fox Business. Stocks, let's see, mixed morning, there you go. Fed Powell set to resume capital testimony. So my question is, guys, is the Federal Reserve still... Let me just check something here. Let's see if there's any calendar happening. What's happening? Well, it doesn't say the... Why is the Fed Reserve? It's not even showing on the list here. So anyways, he's saying... Where was it? As Federal Powell set to resume Capitol Hill testimony. I got to read this a little bit quickly so I can see if he's going to be rising bond yield prices, jumping economy. Oh, I hate that thing. Okay. Futures for trading 74. Futures for rise of bond. Looking at stock slows. Payment of company. The announcement. Tesla works strike. So it doesn't really say anything. Down, down, down. Okay. Never mind. I'm rambling today. So basically, the the futures markets are mixed today, and so we'll start taking a look at that. And so the first thing what we want to do, oh, there's a gap here. Why is there? Oh, that's gold. Okay, so as you can see, the patterns are still following properly. Look at this: down, rebound, down, rebound, down, rebound, down, rebound, and a major gap on this gold here. Okay, now with the one thing I want to show you is, as of yesterday when we were trying to predict the market, remember this band? We didn't hit it, we were really close, but see where the market makers really wanted to get to this price here for the setup. What I'm going to be informing you guys today is you have to take it with a grain of salt today, because we are 2 days left right here. Usually in the last 2 days, the markets can do this. Well, this one dropped, but we had it earlier. But let's take a look at series by series. See, they can play around the last couple of days, play around the last couple of days. See, they're playing around every time. So when you're getting close to that phase, it can be a chop cycle for the next phase. Over. This one just bounced a couple, a little bit here, but you have to watch. Okay, so now we know where we had our major drop off, a huge rejection. Wow, when I shut her down from there, I didn't expect this to come back. I looked at it at the end of the day and I saw it run up, but they're setting up. Now, the other thing what we can do is, since I'm a Fibonacci lover, on the last cycle, what was our retracement? Geez, almost 100%. So there's nothing really we can do on these fib numbers here. And what we also need to know, we have to go to the 4-hour chart to see a little bit better understanding exactly what they're planning to do. So on that 4-hour chart, see how the 10 o'clock phase did work, and look at 11 to 4, they're starting to transition. We do have a sell-off still till 11 a.m. One thing yesterday I didn't do, guys, but then again, the trade map might be wrong. We have to take a look at our map. And what we'll do is we're just going to break it down in time to see. Let me reload this just in case. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this band, some of these bands here. We don't need these now. I'll keep this market maker one here. Actually, did we hit it? That's the question. Actually rebounded back and literally on top of the market maker. See, Isham, you're right on the money. Wait for your support and resistance. See how it literally went into this market maker right to the, just about to the tip to a previous market maker line. Look at this. So right to the tick of a previous market maker line. And it was, let's find out what day it was. I'm gonna hate when it does that. Let's find out which day it was. Wow. How many days back was it? Are you kidding me? Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Oh, there's a lot of days. There we go. So which day was it? February 1st. 3 weeks back. It went back to a 3-week support and resistance line, guys. That's crazy. So, as we know, from 3 weeks back, literally just to the tick there. But this one's the one most relevant one I look for, so they just went deep, a little bit deeper there. Plus a Fibonacci 61. This is a Fibonacci number 2. Is it? No, that's 141 now. Oh, because that's a new one. But as you can see, they got into that zone. Now, what we have to do, is this the most current one? 9 a.m., 9:30. This Fibonacci number should reset. Actually, let's reload this. Let me just take a look here. Top, 4 o'clock. Nope, that's correct. So this is a correct Fibonacci spacing right now. Okay. And so what we have to look at is right now, I have a feeling it might just go to support and resistance here and play around. We don't know. It's not going to be as crazy as it was yesterday. And so we have to really watch that. Now, on the 1 minute chart, look at this. We're hitting actually a nice little area. We are negative. We're still in a sell phase, so our mindset still might have to still be in a selling opportunity. But because there's 2 days left, we have to watch. We really have to watch. I have a feeling it might be just a consolidation day, unless if they want to do an aggressive buyback, but I don't think so, because they're setting up for in 2 days. So what was our next timestamp? February 27th. So that will probably be a Sunday. So they're Saturday. So right from here on, then they're going to start doing some buying in. Okay, so we got a couple more days. This could be just setting up. We can look at Delta. We could see if they're starting to buy in slowly. So you can watch your Delta there. So, but still, we're still have red bars here, and it's a full bar right now. But look at this gap here. So we know they're going to be playing probably within this zone maximum. I don't think they'll break down below here, unless if there's some chaotic news. Now let's go back to the 240. So from 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock could still be a sell-off. And even let's do a Fibonacci retracement now, since it's already done. And let's just create a new band here. Somewhere within that zone. Whoops. That's all we're looking for. So it could go 13,000 to maybe 12,950. That'll be an area where I could think maybe it'll be bouncing down to come back, because they need to retrace this now, guys. Look at the spacing. Do I have enough days here? I'm going to show you here. Let's go to, I'll put 90 days in for now, so you can understand. Once you start getting big gaps like this, $700 points off. See the big gap here? It needs to reverse, or how many points is from here? 562. It needs to come back to center eventually. Look how long that one was. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Nice runner. So it still could play. We'll find out. But right now we know this. Come on. I'll just draw a new one. Actually, what I'll do is, and I'll reset that one line there. What we'll do is, see, we got a 3 o'clock ellipse, which is working well. This even worked well, even though it was tight. Still needs some movement, but I think that will be our trade today, guys. 11 o'clock. Okay, we will look at. Look at this setup though. Wait, if we can get, where did I say 950? See 13,950. See this? I like that. Okay, so I said earlier. Look at this 952. They are lining up, so it could pull down for the reversal. And I had it set up originally. Well, I did it on this chart, right? So let's do it one more time. I'm just going to do a Fibonacci retracement. Then I do it on here, from here to here. There you go. 81. So it's actually coming back to a market maker line, but I had it a different one. I can't remember, guys. Let me see here. Maybe I did it on this one. Let's see where we were. Yeah, 13,950. So let's put that region again, so we know where we are. Okay. Now let's start taking. I'm going to lock this one. Now, so now, as you can see where that region is, it is hitting in that zone, our sweet spot zone. Volume point of control from yesterday. So this could be possibly our area of support and resistance for a continuation. because it is time now from all that days. And look at this band. This is what I was getting excited about. Look how nice the day trend indicator actually marked in. The only thing I still have to put on a grain of salt, guys, if we're at 0.72 now, which is not bad. It's not that 1.7 craziness. So we can let it pull down, and if it gets to 7 times 2 or 1.27, even at 1.4, we might be able to get the retracement. And look where it might probably stop, because look at all our stop outs right up here, guys. See, there's a grouping here. So there's liquidity here, liquidity here. So they might just bounce down, reverse, chew all this up, and play around all day. And that's what I'm looking at. So it looks like I'm saying do not counter trend trade, and basically you don't. So today it's not really a trade day for me until 11 o'clock to see what's going to happen. You can see there's still a lot of selling pressure. They're still trying to push out. I think they're trying to just get it set up for the morning. Now what I can do as well, I'm going to add one new chart today. And I'm just going to put it on a 1 minute chart and only one indicator. All I want to know actually I'll put two, trend tracker and trend cloud. Oh, trend changer, I can leave that there, it doesn't matter. Trend tracker. What happened in overnight? Still wants to push, really? Go figure. But we're getting in that zone, guys. So let's take a look here. Okay. If they do get down here again, no, see, I think they're going to do this one. Control 3 here. Let's do this. Let's put it all right together here. Yeah, see, they're in that band here. This is where the volume point of control is. They could get down to here. So I'm going to put a line in the sand here, or line down here if it gets extreme. If it breaks down, then it breaks down again. But they should be wrapping up. Okay? Yeah, she's curling again. Jeez. Wow. One more push. You see here, we have this sell-off, so we had two sell-offs, so they're pushing. We have a green resistance here, and that's where the resistance is supposed to be. So yeah, everything's still on sell-off, guys. So remember, in our mind, look at this, it's already a 0.84. I hate that, just before open. So your mindset has to, you have to realize on your mindset, we have to still stay in the sell mind frame. And I can't believe it, it's 2 days left. We are negative 0.8. Let it push down to this zone, maybe zone of interest. I might just go really quick and that's it. And what we, oh, actually the two things I needed to do, guys, and I never did it, sorry. The indicator I really wanted to show you is the trade map to see if we have any opportunities for buying in today. I know it's coming 2 days earlier, and if you want to stick to sells, it would probably be a safer bet. Market maker, market open, market scanner. And I'm just leaving it as is. And what's it? There we go. Let's take a look here. So there you go. Look at our trade map. Our trade map is actually working quite nicely at 8:05 all the way down. 9:39. Looks like it's going to be a bottom peak, a reversal. 10 o'clock. Oh, see, there's 3 waves there. But the map is working. I did say 11 o'clock is probably our buy-in. And there's your grouping at 2:30. I think it's going to be, this is the time where it's going to finally bottom out 11:47. That's the way it's setting up here, guys. So it could still be another sell-off again today. It looks like it could be a really aggressive sell-off, a whip up down around top of the hour at 10 o'clock could be our first selling opportunity. 10:35 comes back for 11 o'clock. One more last possible wave, so it's going to be a deep retracement. What I'm looking at is if this map is correct, and it looks like it is starting. We had very mild 752 peaked out perfectly. 805 peaked out perfectly. Our map is working. 706 working up. 730. Here, let's do this so you can understand. As close as possible. 706, there's your runner. 730, see where it peaked. 752, it finally peaked. 805, exhaustion, away we go. So 939 will be here. So let's see if it can do a pull up or down. We'll find out right in this zone here. It's going to be crazy here. So now we have to wait. And market is opening right now. Okay. Now, I'm going to hopefully can get answers from you guys, because I know there's a few people. I'm seeing the people that are on live right now. Does this make sense to you guys? I can start showing you guys an ES chart today. I'm really going to be hesitant in trading today because I'm waiting for the new phase personally. I cashed in quite a bit these past couple of weeks here, really well. And so usually the last 2 days I really watch, but I want to show you where there could be possibilities of opportunities. We're at eight traders, 8. Just if you're interested. So now what I'm looking at, you know what, let's do this too. I want to put one more on here so you can understand where support and resistance is. Actually 2, we'll put market maker. And just market open for today right now. Simple as possible. So what you're going to see, our market open price, we're at 931. Now what I need to know, you got to give it the first minute. Open this up. Now imagine this in 1 minute of trading. Wow, I'm getting a lot of data. It's 57 points back and forth. Let's see. This is why I want to put it in you guys' head is you would have made $1,000 in the first minute if you hit the peak there. But what happens if you're on the wrong side of the trade? You can do an OCO order. That's too rich on your blood within the first few seconds. You can get knocked out, stopped out. If it is pushing up, for example. See, I would wait till 9:39, but I want to show you on edge. Okay, we're there. Okay, so we know this area. Actually, these two areas would be a possible support and resistance. If this market is pushing up like crazy, and what we can do, let me switch over to the other chart here. I have another chart. Thought I did have another chart. Where are you? Oh, I must have deleted my volume chart. So I'm going to add a volume chart here. Let's put a volumetrics chart here.
Follow Chief. Said hi Mike. Hi everybody.
Good morning, Nono. Now let's take a look here. Let's actually let me put the volumetrics in here. $5,000. I use 5,000. You can use any number you want. I'm just saying 5,000 because it is and what we'll do is we're going to add the two indicators again. And I'm gonna be adding something to this energy indicator. I'm gonna be putting a soundbite on it. So on the energy, I want to get a soundbite when this transition hits. Okay. Oh, and then one thing I forgot about yesterday, I didn't put the NinjaTrader's Delta in there. I realized that later. What we need to know is if delta is pushing up or down. And what you want to do look at previous low of delta and see if we're close in that area. So basically it's tapping out in the same area, so we know that. And the whole night delta has pushed down. Yeah, so it's still until we can get that drop off. And what you want to see is if this energy is pushing up and it's holding, what it might do is it might just push it up just a bit for another sell off. Okay, you have to realize it this way, because when it moves, the first wave, there's your first wave, your second wave hits the extremities, and then a nice big sell-off back to support resistance. And then what you're going to see here, will it sell off? We have a lot of negative delta, so we don't know how far it's going to go. Okay, now when I add another indicator, which I've been trying to teach you here to pinpoint a trade for entry, so let's go to new chart here. And I'm going to add the tick of, you can use not tick, sorry. Not volumetric, sorry guys. Range bars. You can use tick bars, range bars, whatever, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And we're going to do a range bar, and we don't need that much days, so I'll put 2 days as to save memory. And then what you can do is, see how violent it is first thing in the morning, and let's add just the tick range because there's too much volume going in right now. You can use, and I'm going to add a few tick ranges on a few other charts so you can understand how it works. I'm going to be putting it to a 15 for now. Okay, we're 6 minutes in the open. We'll look at the 9-minute candle to see exactly what's going to happen. Let's set this up. I'm going to crunch the screen. Yeah, it hit it right on the money at 9:35. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to transition this so you can understand what I mean by pinpointing areas. Look at it, she's dropping like a stone. It hit the area of interest that I was looking at. So we'll see at 9:39. See these yellow dots here? These are the areas of interest we're to enter. Okay, the risk on that one, because it's early in the morning, that's $200. So you have to really watch. That's why I say give it some time. And where it hit at 61, 59, 61, yeah. So there was a grouping here, but you know, it was kind of iffy. And now we're at, you could see 06, 03, 08. So we're hitting that area of interest, what I was looking at. Okay, I said possibly down to 950, possibly for a reversal. But now what we can do, and I'm going to transition this back. Make sure I'm on the right channel here. What we can do is see the delta. She's really pushing hard, and we have an extremity. Okay, we have a nice little grouping here. So what you want to do, I got to unlock this one because I did that earlier today. There we go. Let's lock this. Because you got 07, 06, 03, 02, 05, 06, 09. There was a big hold off here. Now we have, yeah, let's see if she starts to still break down here. We got till 9:39. Remember 9:39. I'm gonna remember this is gonna be a simulation trade, guys. And what I'm gonna look for, I want to see if the trade map will work so you can understand. For today, we transition this. Come on, give me back to my map here. There we go. Oh, good, I am on the right chart. 9:39 is going to be activated right away. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a buy bid right now. Oh, shoot. Don't go away. Darn it. I was going to put that at 9:39. Let's put it right there for now. Come on. I'll just go. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get it right on buy limit. And let's put it right on the money to here. And then what you want to do, so you can understand, because 939 here transition.
Sharp. That's right. Take the live trade in MSQ.
And so what you're going to do is see where you see 939. This was the 939 trade, and we want to see up to about 10 o'clock if it can get back there. But what we have to know is here's our support resistance, okay? And you can actually cash it out at whatever dollars. And then right here at 13,125, I can actually go like this. Just put it as a, whoops, a sell target. And as you can see where it's hitting these white dots, this is where you want to try to get a buy limit. See, as you can see right now, we have a lot of support and resistance. And like I said, it's so volatile. I wouldn't trade this because like on live, because literally this would be, my numbers are off here. You're bouncing, you know, $500-600 in each direction. But I just want to show you in theory what I look for. Remember, we are on a sell trade ideology. So if I was making 10-15 points or whatever first thing in the morning on a high volatility like this, I would be cashing out. But if it is going to go up from that 939 marker, now let's transition this back. She's bouncing all over the place right now. She's just going back and forth, back and forth. See, 939 did kick off and we could have cashed in. But remember, our mentality still is probably on a sell phase. But I'll just keep that in there just to see, because it's too violent still, guys. You got to wait till top of the hour. But I just want to show you where. Which chart am I on? Let's transition again. Where you want to enter your trade is on the line. Okay, so we went from, geez, what a crazy whip out here. Look at this, 9, 10. This was down -30, +30, just whipping both ways. And if you look at it, see, we're at -20. That's how fast it is right now, guys. And she's going to play, because we hit, what was our top on this roadmap? See, our roadmap was at 81 here. And I'll probably get to 3100, 3122. They're just playing. So when you're trying to trade a market like this, yeah, she's just vibrating. With high volatility, I would just say switch to a YM on RTY. But I just need you to understand how these indicators work and what to look for. Now, what we're going to do is, while this thing is playing this game back and forth, I'm not really over, well, of course I'm not worried because it's not real money, but I'm putting my faith on this 939 line, which actually hit properly because the trade map was working really well. So at 10 o'clock, it might come back in here, but we're still in a sell phase. And see this this blue line here, this green line, it could be one of these three lines it might be able to hit. We'll see if it just vibrates for a while, plays in the zone and pops up. And we are 15 minutes open. I'll trade top of the hour to see exactly how the trade map is formed. Okay, now let's see what's actually happening. If I can switch over these charts here. Why will it not? Let's transition here. Okay, this one's still rocking, still playing in that consolidation zone. No way, I gotta close this chart. I'm locking up. I wonder if I'm locking up on, just give me a second, guys, here. There we go. It's just too much volume bouncing around right now, that's why. Too much data. Take a look at this. Consolidation. Back and forth, back and forth. 29.29. Oh, let's switch back here so you can understand. They're going from, think about this, 30 to 50. That's all they're bouncing for. 30 to 50, they're getting 22. And what was our low first thing in the morning? Let's see here. So 0302, it did hit that what my predictor was. What you can literally do, no, I won't do this. Well, oh, I got 2 contracts and that's why it's so high. Yeah, she's just trying to gobble up the contracts up top of the hour. She's just going to whip back and forth here. Now let's see if I can get to my original chart so I could show you what I'm looking at. Or is she just locking up for me? Just give me a second here, guys. I might have to turn off the volumetrics. I think that's why it's locking up my chart here. Let me, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it was the tick chart. It was just too much volume right now. Let me transition. So, as you can see, we're in consolidation. And it's, like I said, first thing in the morning, they're just going to hold it, hold it, hold it. It might just go to finally a pop at the end. And where I said I was going to put my market, if I'm looking at a 1 minute chart now, let's just move this down a little bit to right at trend tracker area. And let them play. We had our first bounce, second bounce, and it will cash out eventually. But we need to break out the market open line, and they're holding. That's the nice thing about it. They're holding. And let's see. I don't have my delta in here. I closed both charts here. But what I want to show you is, let's see what's happening. Yeah, I had a hiccup on my data, guys. Look at this. They're all missing. Let's go like this. There we go. So my prediction hit the line first thing in the morning. And now, see, look, we're finally starting to get into the positives now. And it was 15 minutes from that 939 candle. We went just a little bit that. Did I say? Oh, that was earlier today. Yeah. A lot of data pushing. See, I can't even move these charts, half these charts. So we're actually at 18, 19 points right now. There we go. Ooh, look at that. It was a crossover for a sell phase. That's okay. We'll just hold it and let them push it up here. Let's see, we're at 22 points. Energy's moving up, and hopefully we can get to our target. And that's what we're looking for. Basic and simple. And what we're going to do is I'm going to add, oh, there's your market maker here. Drop down more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close. Reason why I closed right here would have been trend tracker. Okay, the profit made on that trade, because I had 2, was $1,065. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, since it's can I move these charts now? Okay, what I'm going to do, so you can understand if you guys are trying to figure out how to trade, is I'm going to actually close some of these charts here. Which ones can I close? Since we're having too much volume right now. I want it perfect. I think I'll keep these 3. Now my things are moving quite quickly. I'm going to add 4 charts on the other screen. And what I'm going to do, it's going to be the exact same chart, but different, so we can get into this here. I'm going to add a YM. And I'll show you how you guys can set up your charts here. Tick range. I'm going to move this over here, and we'll transition over the chart here. I'm going to transition this right now. 1065. Match my overnight trading. Okay. Transition. There we go. Okay, here's your YM chart. Moving much slower. 86 to 59. Okay, now this right now is set up as, and if you find it too choppy like this, I have the range set up as a 15. So what we can do is we can play with our numbers slowly but surely. So I'm moving it to an 8. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get these groupings as nice as possible with as minimal risk as you can see here. So an 8 doesn't look as good. Let's put it as a 10. And what we're doing is we're increasing the size. So now you can see right here, there's a little less dots of less risk. You can see support resistance as a major range. Okay. Yeah, I think 10 might be the best if you can think about it right now. If I go 15, like I have on the NASDAQ, we might be missing too many trade opportunities. Let's see here. Let's just set it up properly. See if we have any really good trading opportunities. There's actually really nice groupings even on 15. Less trades. We're at double bottom, guys. So we made our profit here, came back to, oh no, this is YM. We're not in NASDAQ right now. So what you want to do when you're setting up your trade map, there we go. Let's look at the harmonics here. We got one touch here, possibly one touch here. This is the way I like to do it. And then we had it set up for tick range. I said 15. Let's try 12. Touching, a little more touches there. There we go. So if I'm going to be trading YM right now on the current harmonic, see how it almost touched here? We can even go, let's try one more here. Let's go 11. Let's go 11. Try 10 again, one more time. No. I'll put it back to 12.
What? Yeah.
Touching nice there. Nice grouping here, nice grouping here. Almost a grouping there. That sucks.
Yeah.
We got a deep retracement here, what you watch. And where are we right now? So she's playing up and down. And how you read this, so now you know what you would do for the YM while you're trading this. Area concern, 61, 66, 68, 75. We know we have a major grouping here, consolidation before we can break out of the zone. Look to the left, look at our zones of interest, and then you can start looking at your trade map. Okay, guys? So we know that for YM. Now, what I'm going to do, so you can understand harmonics, I'm going to do the exact same thing for ES. You're an ES trader. Range 4 again. Okay, Now move that over again. Make this hidden. Indicator. Let's go tick range once again. We're set up as currently a 6. That was my original game plan. And ES might be perfect on a 6 because it moves that much slower. So we're getting groupings at 6 here. See this? Nice groupings, nice groupings, nice groupings, nice groupings. So the original harmonics on the ES is working perfectly here. See? Higher risk, but what I'm going to do is I think I'll put it to a 7. Just one number larger. See what happens. Yeah, I'll put it to a 7 just so we can just minimize our risk here. Okay? But as you can see, the harmonics is working wonderfully. See, it tapped once, tapped twice, tapped 3 times, tapped 4 times, tapped 5 times, tapped 6 times, tapped 7 times. Reversal would have missed it. You might have had to look at where your support and resistance is. Deep retracement, seeing it grouping, take a sell off. And you got to realize, guys, these groupings here, once you start understanding and you're getting as high as possible in this grouping, and it goes back to, let's say, to 63 here, the last support and resistance, that's an 8-point move. Okay, you have to start looking at it. Now, when you start seeing this, which I was saying today, I think of consolidation. This is what you have to watch out for, and you might just have to wait until the first major break. So what you'll do, I'll just go region on this one. 74.75, see? 74.75, 74.50, 74.75. We know that's the area they need to break. Okay? And then down here, if you're going to be a range trader, 62, 63, 61. See, now they're right back to these two. Looks like they're taking a deep enough retracement to break out, but they'll bounce for a while here. Okay, guys? So now what you have, if you're trying to trade multiple charts, we have the YM. Let's go like this. Whoops, don't want to move that. We have the ES. Look how ugly that is. Quite volatile. There we go. And then if you have another screen, I'll just make them into 2 for now. Actually, I'll just crunch it down so we can see it better. See, chop, 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 chop. And then if I have that NQ again. Okay, I still have NQ volumetrics right here.
Said that's true buying. They consolidate for a while, then break out. That's the trade you want.
Yeah, but how long does it consolidate? We don't know yet. So what we want to do, let's transition here. All right. So well, I'm not going to do RTOI right now, but as you can see, they're holding that line. They're just holding right now. Look at gold is drop. If gold is dropping like a stone here, guys, then I presume this thing is going to go up. Usually it does the opposite. So let's see what happens. It's just holding. But for example, so I got to stay on. So for example, we've got white dots here, last grouping line here. I could put, let's say for example, whoops, did I miss it? I'm just going to put it in there. And then on this one, we know our 66.61, if you're going to be playing conservative on range trading, because we know she's bouncing up and down, and we have actually a grouping right here. And what you can do, let me just check here first. Whoops. Okay, off. No, let's go hidden. Okay, and then let me just do this for you guys right now. What you can do, and it's the same theory what I did on the other one. See how she's bouncing on this volume here? You want to get back to the center. And once you get to the center, even though it's 2 or 3 points, hit your target. So right there, this one is vibrating still. And what we want to do is we want to look at just, it's consolidated. So what you can do is you can play the range play, always back to the center until it breaks out. So we're hitting the extremities. We know they want to hit that zone. Then what we can do is we can cash out here. This is just range playing. So what you have to do is there's that 3 faces I was telling you guys. So you would cash out there. That was another $200 trade. Just be playing on the range. On ES, it's nice and slow. But the key is we have to wait, guys. There's nothing to happen. If you want to play range trading, so here's NQ here. Which chart am I on? Whoops, I was on the wrong chart when I showed you that. Sorry, guys. I took the range train from the bottom of here to the center. But what you have to do now is, because I said the last couple of days is kind of yucky, what you can literally do is you can go sell limit here.
Order submitted.
You can put a buy limit on this line. This is why I designed this indicator. And what we want to do is let it hit up here, pull up, come back down to center. Because we are in consolidation. I know we're on top of the hour, so you shouldn't be doing this right at 10 o'clock. But we can see if it's going to try to do an extremity volume. What volume are we at? We are at 4,000 contracts. So what we were trying to do is, because we're in this range play, is you just grab it, hit the center. Grab it, hit the center. Once you're playing this type of game. Once you're trending, of course, you don't do that, because that's what we try to do. So what it did, it hit the extremity. We know we're on a bottom here. And then what I'll do is I can put this right back to center. But remember, we're at top of the hour, and I have to see what happens. See, top of the hour, of course, you're not supposed to be doing that, because now you could have your next sell off, probably maybe to 50. But we'll let it pull back. So we're in the next one. Let's bring it down to 67.25, and hopefully we can get back to it. So, and that's how it works. That's basically, like today, I was up early again last night. I just haven't been sleeping the past few nights. And so, I took a trade around, I was up around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I took a small runner as soon as I saw this line, and I cashed in. But I've been waiting. I'm waiting literally, guys, for the buy phase. I had a really good couple of weeks, and with the high volatility right now, and we were at, one thing I didn't teach you guys, on every 21st, so January 21st, February 21st, March 21st, third weekend is options expiry. I mean, you have weekly options, you have daily options. And what you have to realize is once you have those options playing, you have to, it gets really volatile. And that's one of the reasons why it's really volatile. They have to close their positions, plus they add that news, the news catalysts. So that's why the market's really moved on that third week there. So let's see where we are here. Yeah, she's pushing down extremities, delta selling, sell phase. Now let's see where we are here, because we were at top of the hour, so she's going to drop at 10:03. And let's see where we are here. Let's transition this so you can see what I'm looking at. Will they get to 50? Or you can take a small loss. Let's just put it to break even for now. This is the marker I'm looking at, guys. See this red marker here? Finally, this is the indicator here. Let me close this so you can see. When you're trading transition here. Boom. I'm going to get a soundbite on this. Okay. This is
Set up.
okay. See this?
Order filled.
See that arrow? This arrow activated. It could be, you have to really watch it because we're at, when that arrow activates, this is usually a kickoff point, and you can really cash in maybe 10 or 20 points. This arrow here. This is the add-on on the energy bars. Okay. I don't have all my analysis or markings today, but let's see where we are here. Let's look at the trade map. So basically, if it does work, from 10 o'clock to 10:35 is our sell-off. And then you can go for it. There we go. I'm going to add on the new update, guys, what I'm going to do is this arrow activated. I might change this logo here. We have some really extremities here. That arrow indicated when to get in, and you go for it. And see, there you go, 22, 23. We're getting a lot of energy here. You could even, let's say, even if you do 25 points, boom, you know, and you're done. That's the beauty of this energy arrow. And what I want to show you is, and this is what I look for. If it's at 10 o'clock or top of the arrow and this arrow activates, that's a trade I really like. We know she's going to push. So here was a buy arrow. It didn't do that much.
Said dumb question, but is there an NT8 analyzer to check your charts as to why it slows down besides contacting NT8 support?
It's actually data feed, Isham. Are you talking just on YouTube Live on my charts or your charts? That's the question. Because right now I'm on a YouTube Live with a higher data frequency, so I'm gonna have a bigger delay. So, but if I was getting as you can see, my charts were locking up. I have a ton of charts on there, so I'm taking a lot of graphical interface on that one. But the bottom line is, it's because it's so volatile. There's so much data coming in for calculating for buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. It was starting to lock up some of my charts, and I had to just shut her down. My volumetrics, and I think it was my tick range or volumetrics, there was so much data flowing in at that time.
Said my chart.
Yeah. Your charts. I don't know how many charts do you have open. That's the question. And are you using volumetrics? You'd have to try one chart at a time to find out what's slowing it down. So there you go. We hit our bottom. 10:06 reversal. Just starting to turn. But we're still in a sell phase. So as you can see actually this is the last word advice. So I'm going to shut her down because I'm holding off until the buy phase. And I won't be doing YouTube Live the rest of the week. We're wrapping up our fundraiser, so I'll be shutting it down until probably Monday. But if you have questions, feel free to ask. But as you can see, I took that one big loss here. I was trying to show you the consolidation top of the hour. And one word of advice is, remember, our mindset was still on a sell phase because we're just wrapping it up. So my wins were all on shorts, but my loss was that buy-in, trying to afford a counter trend trade. And that's one thing you really have to watch out about, guys. Okay? If once we get into the doldrums again and it's getting choppy, this works extremely well. Okay?
The sharp said 10 charts open with indicators, probably overloading it.
Probably. I mean, I have 10 charts, but I bought that super duper computer, so ever since I bought that new computer, it works well. If you guys are ever looking to buy trading computers, it's one of the keys is the cores. I have a 6-core processor on mine. I used to have, 4-core, 2-core, whatever. But I found out with the graphics card plus a 6-core, I have no really, basically don't have issues. That's the first time I had an issue there. If I have an 8-core, man, but you got to watch your prices too. So anyways, guys, if you have questions, remember, email me. And what you have to realize is what I'm trying to teach you guys. Let's take a look here before I shut her down. You can get into trades. The safest trade to do once you understand the markets, and look at this on the ES, right on the money. We know we're in a sell-off, and you can take these trades here. Set up your charts properly, and away we go. Look how your market sentiment is. See, they're playing right now. They're wrapping up, guys. And we're looking at it. We're sell phase. Remember, sell phase. Still selling phase. Still selling phase. Y counter trend. We were looking at 939 bounce. It held, went down. I wanted to test to see if the time worked. 9:59, 10 o'clock was your curl. Look at it. She's going down to 10:35. Mike does it. Another wave at 11 o'clock and sell off. And if you think about it, let's take a look at this. If you're thinking of zigzag patterns, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 bottom out. Now the pullback the rest of the day. Okay? Other than that, guys, take care. Enjoy your day. I'll see you